The Y2K era is a graveyard of discontinued drinks and snacks. Most of these were discontinued for good reason, because no one wants to eat a hot dog with green ketchup and wash it down with blue milk. Though one drink survived. One drink triumphed over all the rest. That drink, Pibb Xtra. But last year, Pibb Xtra was discontinued and reformulated as Mr. Pibb. So what's up with that? Why did Pibb change, and why did it exist in the first place? The year is 1972. Dr. Pepper has existed for almost a century at this point, and the Coca-Cola company is looking for a way to compete with a soda of their own, Peppo, which was immediately hit by a lawsuit by Dr. Pepper because, well, just look at it. While in court, Coca-Cola modified the Peppo formula to make a new, legally safe drink they christened Mr. Pibb. You see, Mr. Pibb isn't stuck up like that elitist Dr. Pepper. Pibb's a real man of the people. In 1975, Pibb would get its red color to tie it even closer to Dr. Pepper as a competitor. Over the next couple of decades, Mr. Pibb would slightly alter its logo and branding, but everything changed in 2001 when Mr. Pibb was itself reformulated into Pibb Xtra, a new drink for a new generation. Compared to the old Pibb, this would be bolder with a spicier taste. And this is the version of Pibb we had for the last 20 years, until recently. Comparing the Pibbs, there's a big visual difference between the two. Pibb Xtra has this beautifully Y2K design that they never bothered to update. Meanwhile, the new one has Mr. Pibb in big bold letters and a lightning stripes design. They talk about all of this in the press release, and now that I'm talking about it, the press release is kinda weird. They talk about the old Mr. Pibb having a loyal following and the brand's maverick wildcard persona. The whole way they talk about Pibb is just so strange, like this. When Mr. Pibb first launched, the packaging didn't tell consumers what it was. It told them what it was not. Not root beer, not cola. Oh shit, he's right. And they're really adamant about trying to get young people to be Pibb drinkers, but it just seems like they're pandering. I don't know, it's like the people running these companies are aliens who don't know what soda is. Because if we're being honest, the people who give you money look a lot less like this and a lot more like this. It also mentions trying to marry the old with the new, which I think is my major gripe here. Over the last couple of years, some sodas have been making a change toward more retro modern designs. But these designs aren't actually appealing in the same way older ones are. They're hollow. They're trying to go back to a more retro-styled looks while appealing to a younger generation, and they're failing at both. Say what you want about Pibb Xtra's design, but unlike Mr. Pibb, it's actually bold. But the question remains, are Pibb Xtra and Mr. Pibb actually different? To which the answer is a resounding, yeah, I guess. Though don't take this as an admission that I didn't work hard to find out the difference between the sodas, as I, a self-considered soda expert, did multiple taste tests of the two Pibbs to get to the bottom of this. Now right off the bat I noticed a clear smell difference between the two, with the original having a much stronger scent. You may be wondering, what the hell does this have to do with taste? But according to science and scientists, smell has a large effect on taste, and it's also just a notable difference between the two drinks. Upon my first sip of Mr. Pibb, I detected a sort of depth in the taste not found in the original. What the fuck does that mean? I don't really know, but if I had to make a comparison, I'd say it's a little similar to black cherry sodas. Pibb Xtra still has that classic taste we've known for 20 years. It's much sharper and spicier than Mr. Pibb. Honestly, Mr. Pibb seems way more similar to Dr. Pepper with a very smooth taste. In terms of ingredients, I noticed that Mr. Pibb contained 2 more grams of sugar, 14 more milligrams of caffeine, and 10 more calories. Now I'm a fat American who could give less of a shit what's in my sugar water, but I bring this up because I don't think Pibb is any better for what they added to it. According to the press release, Mr. Pibb has hints of caramel, which I can kinda taste. It tastes more like Coke if that's what they're trying to say. And that's a real problem, I think. Despite the redesign, the new recipe, and everything else they did, they just made Pibb more similar to other sodas. The old Pibb may have been outdated, it may have not been the most well-known or liked soda, but it stood out. It was extra. The change from Pibb Xtra to Mr. Pibb isn't the biggest deal in the world. I literally just talked about the opposite happening like 20 years ago. I'm still a Pibb drinker at the end of the day, and Mr. Pibb is still pretty good. Though nothing could replace Pibb Xtra, there is still a Pibb out there. The old Pibb is dead. Long live Pibb.